For disadvantages, you're going to have high fees and royalties. Franchises charge high fees to use your name and get to share of that profit. Because you are a Taco Bell, you're going to have to pay for that name. It's an advantage because you don't have to worry about advertising, but you're going to have to pay to use that name. You have to pay. Those are your royalties. Then the royalties is to use their name. Then you have to split the profit with them because they are still a Taco Bell, and you're using their name, and you're using their products, and they need to be able to do those things. So it's going to cut your profit. So if I owned let's say Ben Brown Tacos, and we were doing the Taco Bell type stuff, we had the same type of people coming in, I would make a whole lot more money as a sole proprietor than I would as a Taco Bell. However, when it comes to Taco Bell, I don't have to worry about all the buying. I don't have to worry about the big decisions. I get stuff passed down to me. I don't have to worry about, how am I going to train this employee? How am I going to afford to pay that? It's all going to work because I have these parent companies there. So while I would make more money as a sole proprietor, if I could get the same amount of people in there. Again, you may not get the same amount of people because when I say Ben Brown's Tacos, the first thing is not the deliciousness of a Taco Bell. You're thinking, is it going to be kind of what's it going to taste like? You may or may not go back as often as you do Taco Bell. Can he afford to charge the same prices? And so you're starting to compare two different things. So obviously, as a sole proprietor, that's where the money's at. But you see the differences and the pros and cons of those choices and what you decide to do. Again, a lot of things we could talk about face to face. Be sure you ask questions if you think of it. Strict operating standards. I can't go rogue. It doesn't matter if I come up with some cool, great new taco in the back that's just fantastic and I throw a couple things together. I'd have to send that up to the proper people. They would then have to make sure it fit into whatever food categories it needs to, make sure it meets whatever quality it is, and is it something you can sell and make money off of, or are you losing money by doing, or is it worth making that? So I can't come up with some cool new idea to try to put on a menu without going through this process, and that could take years before it gets there. Where Ben Brown Tacos, he makes something new, puts it on a menu today, charges $8 for it, and people buy it. It's awesome. And so that's one of the major things. They have a way of doing things. They can't change. If it snows, they don't get to make the decision. It has to come from top down. Now, obviously, local people have some say-so on things because of local events, but they have to let people know, hey, we're shutting down, this is why, and there's going to be consequences financially for that. Like the coronavirus, obviously, with all this stuff, some places that didn't shut down or haven't shut down or won't shut down, it's not that they don't necessarily want to. It's because the people above them are saying don't do that. Or maybe it took them longer to because they don't react to the same way that we would if we were local. The sole proprietors all shut down first. The partnership shut down first. They were followed by the corporations and the franchises later. The ones who shut down. You have purchasing restrictions. It doesn't matter if you can find the same quality meat from somewhere local that's going to be cheaper. They don't care about that. Okay, Taco Bell's not worried about that. They're going to do their own buying in bulk. They have their own little deals. Obviously, you can give the people your name, but could a local place with that quality meat be able to supply to all Taco Bells across the country? No, they cannot. And so they're not. It doesn't matter if you find something cheaper. They're going to do it their way. So your purchasing restrictions are what they buy and give you. It doesn't matter how much money it could, in theory, save your particular Taco Bell. It doesn't work like that. Limit production line, I kind of mentioned that before. You can only offer what you can offer. It is what it is. You can't change the menu just because you want to. There are people above you who are going to tell you to do that stuff. Even though you own the location, you own the Taco Bell, you are not the ones who are going to be making the final decisions about big things. You make the day-to-day decisions if you're not the manager. If you're the owner is still the owner. The manager is the manager. The manager owns the day-to-day stuff, does the day-to-day stuff. The owner is going to be the one who's going to make decisions. Maybe he fires the manager if he's no good. But you could be the owner-manager. It depends on what the situation is. I mentioned that several times because I want to beat that one home. All right, so franchise, we could talk about that all day long. I want to make this short and sweet because we do want to have the test at the end of the week, and I can fly through it. Again, it's one of those things I need you to ask questions about so we can talk about it more. I miss you guys. I wish we were talking face to face. It gets very the iPad doesn't talk back to me. It's not as fun to make fun of. So I don't make fun of it when the camera's on. He gets his feelings hurt and stuff like that. Not as much fun as it would be able to make fun of Garrison or Ben Brown or somebody like that. Josh Edmonds. They're always classics. So anyway, different types of organizations we're going to talk about are called cooperative organizations. So what are cooperative organizations? Cooperative organizations are going to be organizations, there's different types of organizations, like a consumer co-op. They sell merchandise to members at reduced prices, usually require membership fees such as a local gym. So what is a consumer co-op? That is going to be something they sell you at as you see there, at a reduced price. local gym. What does it mean by reduced price? Could I, in my house, could I have a weight bench? Could I have a squat rack? Could I have all the things that you go to Snap Fitness or the Bulldog place over there, that's the old gym or whatever, wherever everybody goes, Coach Burger's new gym. Can you have that stuff in your house? Absolutely you can. But you're going to lose a bedroom, you're going to lose all the space, you're going to have to pay for all those things that you probably end up not using as often as you do anyway. So $1,000, a room, or you got to add on to your house, whatever it's going to be. Or for $35 a month, or whatever it happens to be, I can go to somebody else's and it's not in my way. That's an idea of a consumer co-op. Can that be a sole proprietor? Yes. A sole proprietor can open a gym. A partnership can open a gym if they want to. And it can be a corporation that has a spread all over, and it could be a franchise. Whatever it happens to be. But the idea is that it's a consumer co-op because it's going to offer you goods at a reduced price. What's another example of something that is a consumer co-op? We have a gym. Another one I always like to use is a tanning bed. You can own your own tanning bed. You can have a tanning bed in your house. If you're going to pay the power bill on it, you're going to replace the bulbs, you're going to be the one that's going to have to worry about it, all the repairs and stuff on it. Or you can pay whatever, $35 a month or $5 a visit or whatever the price is for those things, and just go to somebody else's, whether it be somebody's house, sole proprietor, or whether it be somebody's businesses, like the one across the school over there. I can't even remember what it's called. I've seen it before. We'll call it Beach Bed Bungalow just because it sounds fun. But those are examples of things. You can come up with a lot of different things to give you reduced prices. To me, those are more common when I think about them. A gym and a tanning bed. If you can think of another one, be sure to write it down so you remember, or maybe ask me to make sure it is one. But anyway, those things could all be any type of business we talk about. Sole proprietor, partnership, corporation, or franchise. Okay, but the thing to understand is that it is a consumer co-op because it's a reduced price. It requires a membership. That's the best way to understand it. It's the best way to understand what they really are. A service co-op is going to be something like an insurance bank and healthcare. Why is it a service co-op? Okay, because they're providing you a service that you pay for, but you don't physically get anything back. What does insurance do? It protects you in the event you have a wreck or you have medical bills or something like that. You pay for it every month, but until you use that, you don't need it. You just pay for it. They provide you a service and you physically can't see it. So banking, yes, I take my money and put it in the bank. I would deposit cash in my account, I don't know how long, because I get paid through a check. So I don't go to the bank. I go and withdraw money. No, I go to an ATM and do that, which is a branch of the bank, but I don't actually go. So they provide me an ATM. They provide me services if I need to go there, if I need to go get a loan, all banking needs. But what do I physically leave from there? Usually nothing. Because they're just providing me a service. They're taking care of my money, they're keeping up with my money, they're protecting my money, so on and so forth. But they're not physically doing anything with me. Healthcare, same idea. What does my health insurance do? What does my Medicaid do? What is my co-pays? The things that I pay through all my insurance stuff. They are providing me that service. I give them money. They have people that work for them. They provide people jobs, so on and so forth. But none of that stuff do I physically get anything back. That's a service call. They provide me a service they can't physically touch. A producer co-op is something like an agricultural market that helps members sell their products so that farmers can focus on their crops. Farmers don't sell their crops. Okay, they don't go to the store and say, "Here's my crops." So they don't go somewhere and they're too busy trying to raise their crops. So what they do is they have a producer co-op. They have somebody, a broker is basically what he is, somebody who finds people to buy for the farmer. Okay, the co-op. If the co-op's going to buy it, they're going to have somebody, a broker, that's going to contact them. We need X amount of stuff. They go to the farmer, they get it. If a large corporation needs how many bushels of corn, they're going to contact the farmer and say, well, you've got X amount of bushels, go here. It's the broker's job to do it. Kind of like a stockbroker. He's trying to find things to buy and sell. It's the same idea for an agricultural guy. It's a producer co-op. The farmer's got to raise it. He doesn't have time to go and sell it to market. He needs somebody to sell it for him. He could be that person, but he's going to lose a lot of time on the farm.